Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Masterclass. Ladies and gentlemen, I love learning. Like, I don't think learning should ever stop, but sometimes it can be difficult of how do you get good information from people who really know what they're talking about. And that is what I truly love about Masterclass. With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best anytime, anywhere, at your own pace. And we're saying, look, annual memberships, they start at just $10 a month, and you can get unlimited access to every instructor, thousands of online lessons, exclusive content, insights, and more. There are over 180 classes to pick from. Look, I jumped into a class with my science dude, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and the whole thing is about sometimes it's not enough to have just the right facts, but you have to learn how to present that information. And so he's going through everything that he has learned, everything that he was taught of how do you be an effective communicator when facts aren't enough. And it's been really, really eye-opening for me to hear someone who is so revered by me, so incredibly smart, to say this is how I present my information, and I am so intentional about presenting my information this way. Other people like Gordon Ramsay, Malcolm Gladwell, Steve Martin, Chris Voss, Mariah Carey. It's insane the amount of experts that they have over on Masterclass. You got to check it out. Get unlimited access to every class, and right now, as a Spitballers listener, you can get 15% off when you go to masterclass.com/ballers. That's masterclass.com/ballers for 15% off an annual membership. Masterclass.com/ballers.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Blibbity blap blap beep bop blap blop blop.
Oh no! Oh no! That was off to such
No!
The start of that, Mike, was maybe. I thought we were gonna have the best scat of all time, and then holy cow, did you suck at the end?
1 week after you got me for time signatures.
I was trying to throw in some funky stuff, and
Oh yeah, you were trying.
The beginning was so good.
look, guys, that was just
There was a blap
that
in
was,
there.
There was it was jazz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
You
can do
wouldn't
any-
understand.
Yeah.
Welcome into the Spitballers. Thank you for everybody that supports the show over at jointhespit.com. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Whoops-a-doozle.
Whoops-a-doozle?
Yep.
That's your reaction to your own scat?
Yeah.
That's okay. No scat goes right.
That,
They
yeah.
all
What,
go wrong in unique, creative ways.
what is the best case scenario?
Just getting through it. Like, the best case scenario is when you are 45 seconds into this show and we're on to the next conversation. When we're hitting a minute 30 and we're still, kind of talking about the scat,
Yeah.
that means it was good for the wrong reasons.
That's right.
And this was great, Mike, for the wrong
You're welcome.
reasons.
Would you rather on the show today? We're gonna do some Jason Explains. Is this real life? And we're drafting animals that we'd like to release into each other's backyards.
That's
The most
a fun
traditional.
Yeah.
There won't be a general consensus for this draft before the draft. You know.
Oh,
sometimes
there's a 101.
There is definitely a 101.
I am so happy. Wait, you have a 101?
Oh, I have a clear 101.
Oh, crap.
Interesting. Now, it puts more pressure on you now to not miss
I was just
it.
puffing my chest.
I did not have a 101, but it'll be fun.
What's your 101?
I'll tell you after you pick.
Thank you for supporting the show, leaving reviews. We read all of those. We read one on the last episode. And make sure you tell your friends about the Spitballers podcast if you want them to laugh and have fun.
Would you rather?
What was that?
That's not my most elegant kind of segue. Is that what you're laughing at?
Yeah. Having a good time. Having a good time.
Yeah. Here's a would you rather question from Josh on the website. For 1 week, would you rather have to follow the rules of Jim Carrey's character in Liar Liar or Yes Man?
Oh, okay.
I don't remember Yes Man. So tell me what rules I have to follow.
It's It's in the title.
It's in the title. So you just have to say yes to everything?
He had to say yes to everything. So no matter what was said, if someone asked for help, if someone said something that could have a yes answer, you have to go along. You have to say yes to all things. And, of course, if you haven't seen Liar Liar, basically he had to tell the truth. He could not lie no matter what, even simple, normal, if there's a surprise birthday party, whoops.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this one is a little bit of a self-indictment of sorts if you choose one of them. I mean, I don't think that I have crafted my life around the lying that Jim Carrey crafted his life around before the very heartfelt life lesson that was taught to us in Liar Liar.
Oh, yeah.
About telling the truth and not overworking, apparently. But then Yes Man, I mean, that'd be tough.
That is dangerous.
I mean, my wife wants to do a lot of different things.
I would like you to kill someone.
I'm pretty sure that's against the rules.
I mean, look, the rules are
How
whatever
far
you're
does
asked.
Yeah, I've never seen Yes Man.
No, that was a real movie with him?
Yeah.
Boy, that did not.
Did you see that one, Jay?
I did. I don't remember it. So I don't remember if it was like a magical, like he was, like he couldn't not do it, or if it was a choice.
I believe it was a choice.
Didn't he go to like a conference or something?
Yes.
And the guy was teaching this philosophy?
Yeah. So that's actually the what I want to talk about here is there is positivity there's positivity to the yes man approach. Like, having to say yes to everything seems awful, seems daunting, seems troublesome depending on the request. But it's also genuinely probably a much better way to live than the way I live
Which
currently.
is no man.
Right. I live the no man life. You want to do this? No. You want to help me move? Heck no. It's so much easier to do nothing than to do everything. And so I wonder if we did spend a week just saying yes to anything someone asks of you, anything that is needed.
So, for example, like, are you really into like Miley Cyrus music?
Oh yes. Let me download.
Did that upgrade your life?
album.
Saying yes to that?
Well, now I've got something to do. I didn't have anything to do. Now
so
I've got an album to download.
through on the yes.
But the question would not be, are you into that? Because that would move over to Liar Liar. If you were saying, your question would be, hey, do you want to go to the Miley Cyrus concert with me? And that would have to be a yes.
Well, I mean, that would be a heck yes.
So all the
questions.
Party in the USA.
Wrecking
Come on.
ball.
So it's not just there's something attached to the yes.
Yeah. It's like, hey, can you help me do this?
Do you want some vegetables for dinner?
Exactly. Of course I do.
That would be better.
Now you just named probably the worst case scenario, which is vegetables for dinner.
So you're framing it as maybe a week of yes would be like turning over a new leaf for your life.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I really do think it would be more positive than we expect if we were to say, I dedicate myself. Spitwads, try it. Let us know. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We don't want to get into trouble. I would love to hear how it goes for you guys. Say yes to everything.
I wonder if it would affect parenting on the other side with the Liar Liar.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Because we craft responses or say things to our kid. Like, do you like this drawing, Dad? Is this drawing good? Is this a good drawing?
Define good.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to shoot straight with kids as you raise them.
Good for a 2-year-old.
Well, and there's
but I'm 8.
There's times where you have to protect them from certain things that are external things that are grown-up problems, and they just don't need to be involved about it. So is that lying?
I think for this question to be compelling, it should be. I mean, that's bending the truth. To me, if
that's not even.
I mean, is bending
lying.
the truth lying? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess none of us would. It's not like we premeditate a lie there. So that's the difference, right? When your kid asks you a question like that, or I don't know, if your wife asks if certain
honey, do these pants make my butt look big?
You're not premeditating like I set out to lie, but you're also trying to protect somebody's feelings.
Yeah,
so,
that's the white lie problem.
Yeah, that's right. Which I imagine you can't do if you have.
Oh no!
Yeah.
If you're following Liar Liar, you're just a straight shooter.
Yeah, I don't really have an answer. I'm indifferent on which one.
I would go with the yes man. I think that would be. I think it would be a good experience. I really do. I would hate to start it But I think at the end of the week, I'd look back and go, I had a better life this week.
Now, Al has found a little bit of a problem
Oh, no.
because he would just ask you for money.
Sure thing. How much?
We'll start with a couple grandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There's got to be some restrictions.
No restrictions. Pure magic.
All right.
Then we'll start with your house.
I feel like it's
Move in, brother.
That's what I mean. I feel like it's experience based, not
Okay.
just give me all your stuff.
Zelly from Patreon says, would you rather be craving a food and go to the fridge or pantry to find that you don't have it, or that you only have a single bite of it? So would you rather, you're craving it.
Okay. I need a chip. I want some potato chips.
Yeah, I want some ice cream, but then you open the container and there's one bite of ice cream versus just not having it.
I mean,
Or a single Hawaiian roll for Jason.
Just a single?
Well, where's the rest of the bags? Yeah, I think the answer has to be I still want one. Like,
Okay.
if I've got a taste for chips,
really?
Yeah, because if I've got a taste for chips, I mean, look, we've all lived this life. I'm wanting something salty. I go in the pantry, and I can't find anything that's kind of fitting that bill. But if there's like a nice salty little pretzel bite, and man, there's only one. But that's called a double win for me because
Because you're still going to eat something
I
else.
get a taste, but I also can't eat myself into oblivion.
The worst is when you do have your sights set on something and you think it's there and then it's not. Like you think like you
Right.
set it aside and then somebody else in your family ate it and you go to find it and you're like, oh, man.
Oh, that is the worst.
Because that happens
Oh, yeah.
innocently.
The children love to leave like an empty milk carton
Yeah.
in the fridge. I don't understand that move.
I can't get my kids to put any milk carton back. I'm proud of your kids. Are you kidding me? I thought that its place is on the counter.
That can we sidebar?
Yeah.
Not on this show.
How long?
This is serious.
How long can that milk carton sit on the counter before you decide that it's gone?
It's got to be under an hour.
Oh, really?
Wait, what?
I
Yeah.
think I could push an hour to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I could go a long time.
Yeah, no, if I were to go see a movie and come back and the milk was out, that milk is going down the drain.
What if you don't know for
Really?
sure? It's also going down the drain?
If I don't know for sure, that's the smell check. That's where you give it
That
a
would
little
be a heat check for me.
a heat
Yeah,
check.
I'm a heat check guy.
Really? So you just
Yeah.
like hold
kind of
the
guy I
you,
am.
You hold the gallon reel,
Yes.
put it up to your neck.
Well, you bust out the thermometer.
Yeah, the temporal thermometer on it.
No, I
What is the good temperature you're looking
And what
for
can
on
really
that reading?
what can really happen here if the lid's on?
That's what I.
Can anything really happen?
I don't think so. Not in that amount of time. You would have to leave it out for a while.
Can it go sour
no.
because of just room temperature for like?
That's actually a great question. I wonder how long an enclosed container left unrefrigerated, how long does it take to spoil? Because if we could get to the bottom of this, there is an answer.
Yeah,
It's not an opinion. There is an answer. And if we could figure that out, we would become smarter, better human beings.
Now it has
In
to do with
general.
like bacteria growing, right?
Yeah.
This is the message I have from the U.S. Dairy.
Oh,
Association.
no.
Oh, don't trust.
Big Dairy's going to say it takes forever.
Um,
No,
Oh,
they're
wait,
going to
no,
say
there's-
dump it.
Okay, let's
In
find it.
general, perishable foods like milk should not sit out of the refrigerator or cooler for longer than 2 hours. That's what it says.
Okay.
It says after that time, bacteria can start to grow.
Man, that seems really fair and reasonable of Big Dairy.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know how to feel about that. I'm still the guy that, like, if it's day of the date, I'm still
Well, because that's reasonable.
I'm probably not.
The
I know.
US
I know. Yeah, I live and die by the date.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says 2 hours as well. It's a food safety issue beyond 2 hours. Now, Al, you're saying it's a 15-minute line for you?
Yep.
Like this thing's got to be in the.
I don't
Do you
mess with
freeze
milk,
your milk?
man.
Do
No,
you freeze it?
I don't freeze it, but it stays in the fridge. If it sits out, it's in the trash.
The fridge is at 12 degrees though, so
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
I can't. The idea of warm milk just grosses me out so much.
What about lukewarm?
grosses me out? I mean, ice cold milk or bust.
Yeah, this is very
If
interesting.
okay, let me ask you this. New question, same question. Not how long do you allow yourself to keep the milk, but the milk has been out on the counter for 1 hour. We've all agreed that is safe, that is fine.
Yeah.
But it's lukewarm.
It's not good to have a bowl of cereal.
Are you pouring it over a bowl of cereal and eating with lukewarm, but not dangerous, but lukewarm milk?
It sucks. It sucks. I've done it. I've done it on accident, and it sucks. And you can tell, like, it needs to be really cold to be enjoyable.
That sounds so
I don't.
gross.
The cereal sounds bad, but I would drink it.
You would drink a glass
yeah.
of lukewarm?
Well,
that's
Yeah,
worse.
I will.
Now there's you ever get the little dairy, the creamers?
Right.
They're always room temperature.
Yeah, because it's
And I used to take little shots of those as a little kid.
Is there dairy in that? Oh, yeah, my kids do
You
the
open
same.
those up and drink the little creamer.
what?
Oh, yeah, that's like a
not bad.
treat at a restaurant. They're like,
What?
oh, yeah,
Can I have a creamer?
can I have a Irish cream? All right.
That's your kids.
What?
Yeah, that's
You're
the,
just drinking the coffee creamer?
Why do we
I
give
did it
them
too.
one creamer? Yeah, it's like a little sweet drink. I mean, people get Coca-Colas that are, 24 ounces for their kids. You can have a little taste of some sweet milk.
Wait, do you use it as a substitute for you can have waters today, but we will give you a shot of creamer?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man, that's
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know why. I have memories of being a little kid and drinking those creamers.
Like sneaking them?
No, just like you'd go to church and they'd have the all the coffee out,
Right.
and the creamers would be there. And I didn't like coffee, but it was like, oh, I'm gonna drink a creamer.
Did you go straight out of the little cup?
Yep, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's the right call.
Anyway, so there was a question. I'll take the single bite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
there was a
That's
question.
right. Yeah, single bite for sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's no way that's
Worse?
like
Well, I
if
mean, it
you're
might
out-
leave you wanting, and
if
you
you're-
really might not have a better alternative.
right. But if you're out, you go, okay. Well, you know what? That means I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get some.
No, that means you're opening up DoorDash.
Sure, I'm having someone go to the store and get some. But I can do that right after having a bite as well. I can have a bite and then be like, I want more.
I wish they had like a public API for other people's DoorDash metrics. I would like to see.
Oh man, that should not be
The fear
public.
of God over Jason's
Oh
face.
man,
I would like to see the all the stats. I want to see frequency. I want to see time of day use.
Okay,
I want to see average bill. I want to see
all right.
type of food.
Here's an investigative question. Have you guys ever dealt with customer service at any of these places? At
Sure,
DoorDash?
Yes.
sure.
When you talk to them, do they go out of their way to say, "First, I want to thank you for being such a great user"? They do that for everybody, or they just
you get
do
a
that?
power user.
Oh, I do. I get a power user greeting.
Really?
You're one
Oh,
of
that's not for everybody. Oh
Sir, I'd like to congratulate you. You're in the 1% club.
no, dude, I am definitely in the 1% club. Yeah, that's the public. The public metrics would be so shameful.
How much would your behavior change if every time? So we all in the studio here, everything's the same with DoorDash or Postmates, whatever. But it sends a little message to the Slack channel with what you ordered and when.
Oh man,
Would that be good for you?
That would be devastating. Oh,
How cool would that
man.
be to be able to see a little blink,
Okay.
and then it's like 9:04, and
If
it's
I knew that
Taco
the whole,
Bell for $148.
Oh man, that
Okay.
would change my life.
Most shameful
DoorDash?
order.
Oh gosh, I don't know what was yesterday. I mean, I don't
what is
think I think
happening?
they're all shameful.
Is it more shameful what you get or the time of
Well,
day?
so here's
It's definitely a combination.
yeah, I would say the most shameful is McDonald's. That's the most shameful.
Okay,
And the reason
I
is
have
because
done it.
the reason is because I am right next door to this McDonald's. I could walk to the McDonald's. When I order this thing, it shows up in 5 minutes. That it's not shameful because McDonald's is unhealthy. It's shameful because that DoorDasher is probably going through there going, wait, where am I driving this
You're
to?
in the pro lazy club.
I'm in the parking lot of this McDonald's for the most part. They could walk the DoorDash to me.
They expect to see you laid up in like a hospital bed in your house for
Yeah,
a reason
exactly.
why it's.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
definitely a
very
leave
funny.
at the door situation. Don't look me in the eyes.
I wonder if you could get a little Slack notification coming through. We can get that.
Oh man, please no.
Okay. Mike, the Missman, wrong. Oh, okay. Mike,
No,
the Missman, wrong.
I
From
s-
Patreon.
okay.
Would you rather receive a $250 discount on everything or a 25% discount on everything?
Now, just to clarify, a $250 discount on anything that is under $250 is free, correct?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Correct.
like a
no
so-
cash back, but free.
But free.
Infinite-
$300 item is $50, and
So most of my DoorDashes will be free.
Yeah. Oh, no. Whoa, no.
No, I don't ever go over $250 on DoorDash, but
That often.
that often, yeah, once a week. So
let me ask you another DoorDash question.
Okay.
I need to sidebar again.
mhm.
Have you DoorDashed the big order and then realized you wanted a little bit more from that same place and placed a second DoorDash order for the same place almost immediately?
Same place, no. Multiple DoorDashes on the way to me at the same
That's
time.
a normal?
That is pretty
Have they
normal.
ever, like,
At the
arrived
door?
at the same time?
Like, no, don't cross the stream. They've gotten there within minutes. I mean, I would say
Do
they
you-
can high five each other.
Do
on the,
you
on the
have anxiety when you do this that the Dashers will meet each other?
I don't because
He's in the 1% club, so the Dashers all know him personally.
yeah.
This is all first name basis.
Yeah, so you guys don't get those special greetings.
No, I've never gotten that.
Okay, me either.
I've got goals now.
Yeah, what was is there a question? Oh,
Yeah,
$250 discount. So basically, everything under $250 for your entire life is free.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. That's great for going out to eat. That's awesome.
But
Yes.
a 25% discount on anything. I mean, you get a house.
Yeah, you're thinking about your big purchases that you have to make.
That's so interesting because let's say you make it easy. Let's say you buy a $400,000 house. So you're getting $100,000 off. It would take a lot of $250 purchases to add up to $100,000.
Yes.
But you kind of don't think about it that way because getting $250 for free on anything would incentivize you to buy a ton of
yes.
things under $250. You'd have carte blanche on all of that.
Yeah, you'd have infinity order power. It would take 400 orders of $250 to equal $100,000 in savings.
It would also take a $1,000 purchase to equalize the discount because you'd get $250 off $1,000, right? That's 25%. That's the same
Right.
as the other discount.
This is a really good
I'm
question.
taking the $250.
I'm taking the $250 discount
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
There's just
I love buying big, expensive things. I really
Right.
enjoy.
Is 25% off? Like if I gave you that right now, would you buy a bunch of things? It's just 25%.
No, I'm just saying I already buy a bunch of expensive
I
things.
see.
But
I see.
But when I think about expensive things, like for instance, I got a pickleball paddle it's very, very expensive, but it's still under $250.
right.
And it would have to be over 1,000 to even make a difference.
I think you got to go with the $250,
Yeah.
unless you can buy like a multi-million-dollar home. It's
Right.
are you buying a yacht?
I
Sure.
mean, Al's probably already conniving to like buy a ton of motorcycles on discount and resell them at full price.
oh, that's you could. So
I mean,
you could make
that's the loophole there.
you could make a lucrative business out of this.
Yeah, because you wholesale you get
I'm
everything.
flipping
at
houses.
Yeah, you could flip.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
dude!
No.
If you flip houses, you're filthy rich.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
that-
you already locked in your
No,
answer.
that's. I mean, that is the
That's-
right answer.
That's the right answer, but I think the spirit of the question is more like practical use. So
That
if
would-
it's not, then that's
What's more practical than my job? I mean, that would become my career.
Right.
It's just a home flipper. Holy moly, we chose poorly.
well. Technically, if you get a $250 discount on everything, does that mean that when you pay your mortgage payment, do you get?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get
absolutely.
$250 off.
Well, it might equalize that way somehow.
Nope.
Okay, all right.
I mean, because
All right.
if you're doing a $400,000
Yeah,
house,
your mortgage is
you're doing this
a lot over
multiple
1,000.
times. You can get multiples a month.
Do we want to move on, Al, or do you want to go to one more question?
Let's do one more.
Jonah from the website, would you rather have a big house and a small yard or a small house and a big yard?
Ooh, philosophy. This is tough. So we just recently had a really nice house that had a pretty small yard. Like we had a pool and it took
Right.
up most of the yard. And we loved the house, but we did choose to move because we want to be able to play and, throw a football and do things.
Right.
Now, you went the big house, big yard.
There's a better approach. is that the third option? I will select that.
I also think we're uniquely situated in a state where, like, you really don't want to be outside for 4 to 5 months of the year.
Yeah, that is.
So
I think a
a
lot
big
of
house is the choice in that way.
like how many places in the country
Is that
is
not
that not
the case?
the case?
Yeah, just some coastal cities and
But in those 4 to 5 months here, you want to be in the pool.
Yeah, and if
You can't have a pool if you got a tiny yard.
and if
Yeah,
you-
but I mean, Jason's the example. They put a pool to fill the whole yard, and they had a big house and small yard, and it.
Well, yeah, but then
But then you moved.
But then but the summer it's fine because you're using the pool. But then
Right.
half the year
That's true.
you're not using the pool.
It's a great question.
Let's heat the pool.
It should be.
I think in Arizona I would have to have the house over the yard because
Yeah.
you're always in
Yeah.
your house, and I've got 3 kids, man.
Yep.
I
I'm
want
with you.
them far away.
yeah, send them outside to the big yard.
Well, here's the thing. Here, I can answer it more logically. You can replace the lack of a yard with creativity. You can go to the park. You can go places to replace what you would do
Sure.
in a backyard. You can go to a pool, a local pool, or your fitness center, your gourmet fitness center. But you can't replace what you get in a house elsewhere. Which
That's
is the
true.
privacy and like your family there. That's irreplaceable.
No, that's a good point.
So I think that's why I go that
Yeah,
way.
you got to take the house.
I'm taking the big yard.
No, I said you
Oh.
got to take the house.
All right. It has been a little while since we've done this, but I would like to learn
Yeah.
because we are
When did that start happening?
we're an educator. I mean, our entity.
Yes.
A lot of colleges do reach out, ask us to. How many honorary doctorates have we been offered?
Half a dozen.
Half a dozen.
I've
at
only
least.
received one. Offered plenty, but I would like, if Spitballers, I would like to receive more of
Well,
them.
when this 60
As in you
seconds is
turned
over,
them down?
No, as in they never
Lost
followed
in-
through.
lost
I didn't get
Oh.
a diploma. I would like to hang this on my wall.
but
At what point do we get to do like a graduation speech?
that's coming.
Oh,
You
the
know,
3 of us would crush a
Like
graduation.
you see,
speech.
once a celebrity has achieved a certain status, we just talked about Jim Carrey a lot. Like he's got some actually like really good stuff out there. Like he's done some graduation type speeches and has some poignant stuff to say.
We'd probably say something like, hold your diploma up, rip it up, and now go talk about stupid stuff on a podcast.
Yeah.
Have you ever pooped your pants?
Listen up, Harvard students.
So anyways, I say all this to say another part of this education is Jason he's a worldly man. He knows a lot.
Everything.
And he's going to share something with us right now.
Jason explains in 60 seconds.
And we're going to find out what
that's
Jason
an intense
Yeah, that was a
wheel.
what
fast
Jason
wheel.
gets to explain today.
That's a strong arm spin.
What is he explaining?
What do you need to know about?
Meteorology.
Meteorology, that's super easy. Meteorology, a lot of people wrongly think that is all about meteorites and things.
They do.
They do know a lot about meteorites, but meteorology is more the study of the weather. And so what you do is you go through a lot of school, and this is all make-believe. The school that you go to actually does not teach you a lot because in the end, what happens is this is about acting. This is about confidence. This is about saying you believe you know what the weather is going to be. And then the group hive think you just watch other channels and you see what they're saying. Someone, there is a Wizard of Oz here in the meteorology world.
But only one.
There is only one, and everyone will disseminate information from that wizard. And so when you turn on your local broadcast and you want to find out what the weather is, you are getting a telephoned version of what someone thinks the weather will be, which is why it's never right.
But what if, and then if the weather's wrong, what's the accountability?
There's no accountability because you cannot perfectly judge the weather. A lot of people don't know this, but most of the schooling for meteorologists is actually the green screen work. It's about how to look in a
It's tough 'cause everything
mirrored
is
reflection.
it's backwards.
It's backwards. It's hard, and so meteorologists, I understand that is the real skill. I thank you for your work on the green screen. And we need computers to take over your jobs immediately.
Now, the problem with everything that you just laid out is you didn't ask him to spell it, and it's actually MEAT.
Oh,
That
a meteorologist. Yes, sir. Well, a meteorologist is someone that knows everything about how to kill a cow, cook it, and eat it.
Yes.
And that is not me because I don't think I could
See, that
do the
was
first
no.
two parts.
that was so educational. And the truth of what you said at the very end, I actually believe, which is everything that a meteorologist is doing is taking information that they didn't gather and communicating it to the people on the other side. So it's all models and technology and algorithms that figure out what's happening, satellites, the weather, all the wind speeds, instruments. And then a person stands there and tells you what it's doing.
Your local meteorologist they are looking at the end result, right? Like the computer that they're looking at has done the work.
But they know how to, you'd have to know how to analyze the data.
So what I'm saying is, and we have the technology now to completely make fake people appear real. So there's no real reason we shouldn't have all meteorologists in the future be completely CGI. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you don't have to know how to interpret the data. You really don't. Meteorologists should go away because they should all be actors. I can go to the Weather Channel right now.
Right.
And I can be told from the internet what the weather's going to be. And let me regurgitate that back to you confidently.
No, I'm sticking with CGI, and I want the CGI to be my favorite actors and actresses telling me the weather.
That's actually
not like
really
a monster?
good.
No.
No,
like
that'd be
Bigfoot gives
it
the
could
weather?
be. You should be able to your Weather Channel choices should not be based on accuracy. It should be based on who you want to hear the weather from.
Who would you choose?
Weather with Denzel. That's what I'm going.
Yeah, you're going
hear.
Denzel?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going Thor because God of Thunder, I would imagine, knows a bit about the weather.
You want Doc Brown, Mike?
I was gonna go Morgan Freeman.
Sure.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, that would just be so
It's
soothing.
a rainy day.
Is it raining? Is it not raining? It doesn't even matter.
It just speaks in puzzles.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
This show is sponsored by Betterhelp. It's so easy to get caught up in what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about what you need from yourself. You got the kids. You're driving them all over town from practice to shows to school, and then you got your spouse to be worried about and how was their day and all of these things, and we kind of forget that we do need to take care of ourselves. I mean, you're spending all that time on everyone else. It leaves you stretched thin, burned out. Well, therapy can give you the tools to find more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. I'm so happy to have BetterHelp sponsoring this show because I am a huge believer in talk therapy. Talking through things with a professional can be so incredibly helpful. When you spend all day with yourself just thinking through things in your head, you're not really getting properly evaluating your problems. You can get bogged down in them, and just let a professional help you talk through things. It really can help. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/ballers today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/ballers.
Is this real life?
All right, it's time for Is This Real Life, where we share a real-life story we found in the news with you and marvel at the fact that it is not made up. I'll start because it almost ties into a joke you just made about wizards, because a New Zealand city has made the decision to take its official wizard off the payroll after 2 decades.
Excuse me? What?
So there
The
has
official
been
wizard.
the official wizard. There was an official wizard for the city of Christchurch, New England, who has been paid a salary, which is about $11,000 a year.
A paid wizard?
A paid wizard, and he was known as the Wizard of New Zealand.
Does he look like a wizard?
Yes, he dresses up like a wizard, and he, quote, provides acts of wizardry and other wizard-like services as part of promotional work for the city of Christchurch.
I'm going to need that to find out a little bit more.
Wait a minute.
So he is their local wizard.
And
He's been paid
for
wizarding.
Did you say a decade?
Was their local.
2 decades.
2 decades? 20 years? They literally paid government funds for a wizard?
Now,
What?
is he wizarding full time? How much? What are the hours for
No,
being a
I mean
wizard?
the 11,000 a year seems like part-time wizardry, but apparently on his actual passport, he is listed as the Wizard of New Zealand on official documents.
I
Yeah.
mean, It's who he is. Now, I want to know, if they were to replace him, what the job description is. Like, what is your daily duty?
Acts of wizardry.
Acts of wizardry.
Yeah.
Control the weather. Well, weathermen don't know what's going on. We need you to step in.
He has been
official
fired, though.
wizard.
He has been fired.
With cause?
Great question.
With cause.
Oh, no.
Is that because he's not a wizard?
No, that's because he's made some offensive remarks about women.
Oh, come on.
Wizards! Man, wizards are such chauvinists. You're
And I'm not going to read them to you.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
wise.
So,
wow.
Generally, you want your local wizard. Jason's like,
It's just the story. It got to a home run because this place was hiring and paying for a wizard, and you got what you asked for because this guy's been being paid as a wizard, and you
after 2
And he's just a
decades of being
jerk?
paid as a wizard,
it goes to your head.
it goes to your head. That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay. All right. Who wants to go next?
I will jump in here. This story here that I came across. It's got some layers to it.
Okay.
And I think some true life.
Is it a
lessons.
calzone?
No.
Calzone has like one layer. It's like dough, and then it's.
Yeah, that's a great question. How many
No,
layers?
a calzone would be known for multiple layers, right?
I don't
Is
think
it?
so. I think
Think
an
of it.
onion has like a lot of layers.
Okay.
A calzone's just like a folded pizza. It's like one.
Am I alone?
And we're done.
All right.
All right. So
The cheese, ham.
ham.
Are those layers? Do you talk about like how many layers you got on that sandwich?
So, anyways, in California,
Apologies.
some motorists were driving on the freeway when they noticed a whole bunch of money that was flowing across the
Just like blowing?
the freeway, and it turned out that an armored vehicle, something had happened,
Gosh.
and a bag of money had fallen out, and then the bag had opened, and
That's the dream.
That is the dream.
yes, you just look at all this money, and I think that I get to keep it. So of course, people, being people, got out of
Scoop it
their
up.
cars and they were grabbing all the money and everything, including a fitness influencer who has 2.6 million followers, and
Okay.
she started to share clips of herself grabbing the money.
You got to do that in the dark.
Yes. So all about the content. Now these people are going to have, number one, they're going to have to give back the money.
right.
And so that's a cautionary tale of you don't need to make content of everything. There was some free money out there, but and then it got into like more what are actually the rules of like
lost money?
if you find something.
Yeah, is that theft? It's
No.
not theft, is it?
Well, yes, sort of. So the common law rule is if you find something that was abandoned, it's finders keepers.
Okay.
You get to grab it.
I don't know the motivation of something laying on the ground.
I know, which is very tough. But if something is unintentionally lost, like a wallet or government money, you have to give it back. So the police are trying to track it down. And then it got into another story further about finders keepers because a bargain hunter in North Carolina picked up a barbecue smoker at an auction. Inside of the barbecuer, a gnarled human leg. Turns out the
Finders keepers.
yes.
What does this have to do with money?
Hold on. So the former owner is the amputee, wanted their leg back. What? And the person who bought the barbecue didn't want to give the leg back.
What?
So this is apparently a 2015 documentary about finders keepers about these rules. But I'm like, this article just kept taking
So did they go to
turns.
court over this leg?
I didn't get a finale on what happened. with the leg.
Finders keepers.
Oh wait,
See,
yeah, no. A judge ordered him to return the leg.
I have the dream story because I was a little kid and I found
A leg.
my brother and I went to the movies. My parents dropped us off. I think I've told this
Yeah,
before.
I remember this story.
Yeah, we found $220 in cash rolled up behind a post out in the open, just on the ground. And as a kid, that's infinite money.
Sure.
as a young kid. So we,
As an adult, you know that there's
yes, I know,
something
nefarious.
You should not take that money.
This was so wide out in the open. So I picked it up, and we went into the movie theater, and we counted it, and our minds were blown. But my mom made us try to turn it in,
Yeah.
and they would not take it
Yeah.
because it's cash.
Yeah, because it was rolled up.
Yeah. Like, we
Because
don't
they
want that
know
drug
what's
money.
about to go down.
Oh,
So-
man, that story
anyway,
really did have a lot of layers.
So I guess, the big takeaway is if you find money all over the freeway, don't broadcast it to 2.6 million people.
It feels like that we should pass laws to where, like, if armored trucks drop money, that is fair game.
Oh, absolutely. It's
There
their
should be-
job
there should be
to
some
not
rules.
drop money. That's your job.
Right.
You failed at your job. Punishment should be complete game.
Yeah. All right.
I like that. What
All
a
right.
calzone you had there, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank
You guys
All right.
aren't eating the right kind of calzones.
Speaking of food,
All right.
40-person brawl.
What?
40
What?
person
It's a lot.
brawl breaks out in Golden Corral over reported
That's amazing.
over reported steak shortage. Oh no, I have watched the video. There is a video of this 40-person brawl happening at this. If you're not familiar with Golden Corral, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. This is a buffet.
It's a classy
If
choice.
you're not familiar, congratulations.
Yeah. Who was the wasn't their spokesman who's the redneck joke guy?
Oh,
Foxworthy?
Foxworthy?
Foxworthy.
Yeah.
He did a great job. He got them all there because this 40-person brawl breaks out. They are literally swinging and throwing
Did it get to the beginning of it?
high chairs. Like
my
You've watched the video?
I've watched a video where kids, you get how many seats?
Yeah.
4 plus a high chair.
Right.
They're grabbing these high chairs, throwing them. People are running. This is a
For
gold.
steak.
I mean, meet me behind the corral. That's what they say, right?
Right. Okay, Corral.
The old Golden Corral fight. So, moral of the story here is
What?
protect yourself. You probably need to go
Yeah.
strapped to the Golden Corral. Because
Okay, like Wyatt Earp.
absolutely, if they run out of steak, oh man,
Wow.
anything can happen.
Does the
Give me
video
those huckleberries.
did the video have the beginning of the fight?
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
Like
it was,
I need.
What instigated
Yeah, that's
the,
what I'm saying. I gotta see that
the
escalation.
was it the last steak and then people were fighting over
and how does it turn into 40 people?
because they
It's
have
just was this like the Sharks versus the Jets coming in? They're like, we need that steak.
it started by someone cutting the line.
Okay.
So
Oh,
they cut
to get
the line
steak.
to get the steak because they're running out of steak.
And then was this like a Old West saloon where the person reared back to punch but elbowed the person behind them?
Well,
And so it just sends off the giant
it
fight?
really did seem like one of those old Western bar brawl movies where as soon as one person's fighting over there, then it's just like, well, I'm punching this guy. Why is everybody fighting?
What are the actual, because I've been to a buffet recently when we went out of state. What are the actual etiquette rules on a non-obvious line situation? Do you know what
I
I'm
have
saying?
a hard time with that. I know
I
exactly
don't know.
what you're saying.
I prefer a buffet that has an obvious start and end of the line. 'cause
You want a
then
Luby's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but like I want every little. Sometimes they can be very loose, and you don't know where the line would begin, and so you just walk. Do you just walk up to food? Do you find the closest person and get behind them?
Well,
What's
it's-
behind them?
It's easy when there is a line, right? If there's a line, you just go get
That's right.
in
There's
it.
usually only
But-
lines at certain parts of the buffet, right?
A
I'm
lot
not-
of times,
I'm not
but,
a buffet
but like,
connoisseur.
let's say you go up to a little buffet area and there's 5 things at this little
Yeah,
area of
Station.
a buffet, this station, and someone is there on the left side, and the plates are on the left, and you kind of go left to right, but she's kind of hanging out there. You don't want that. You want the stuff on the right. I never know if I'm
Right.
allowed to can I just go up and get the stuff I want, or do I have to wait for her to move through the area?
I would think you can just go get it.
Well, I've learned now. You
don't wanna start a
you
40-person
fight for
fight.
it. You just go, you grab it, you fight for it, grab the high chair, swing it around. The high chair is a great weapon.
What is wrong with people?
a lot, a lot. But let's get
Step one, they went to a Golden Corral.
Yeah, there are ways to begin the wrong journey. All right, let's move on.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, let's get sophisticated. We are drafting wild animals that we would like to release into each other's backyard.
Yeah.
So I assume that we're really trying to cause some havoc.
Maybe we're
What, you're
maybe
trying to do me a
maybe I
favor?
want to beautify your yard. You'll
Yeah,
find
I'm
out.
not doing that.
You'll
I'm
find out.
trying to cause you some
I'm not
issues.
doing that either.
Mike, you said that, or no, Jason, you said there's
Jason
a 101.
said there's a clear 101.
Yeah.
I have the one that I think is, I don't know, whatever. It's my 101
All right.
because this is going to be a situation at all times. I'll probably
What are you
eat
doing
a lot
to
of
us?
these animals.
What are you doing to us?
I'm putting a skunk in your
Yep,
backyard.
that's the 101.
All right,
That
okay.
is definitely the
Okay.
101.
Really?
Absolutely. Have you
You have to live in fear of the skunk spraying.
No, to be clear, are we only putting one of a single animal?
We can do whatever we want
Okay.
here.
So my thought is that there
Skunks.
may be – okay, it would be skunks. My thought is maybe there's something to be worried about beyond a smell.
If you haven't smelled,
Oh, I've smelled the skunk.
but like fresh out the glands.
Okay, I'm just thinking there are worse things that could happen to you.
Yeah, there could be, but yeah, skunk. I think that is because if we're putting it in each other's yard, it's one of those like. Honestly, it could
Yeah,
be
I'm not,
one.
I'm not trying to kill you.
It
I'm
could-
just trying to make your life terrible.
It could be.
We're going to
one-
be going for different goals here.
It could be one skunk because it's like nobody knew that you dropped him off. That's like a gotcha. That's
Right.
a good gag.
I do feel like I have the physical ability to get rid of a skunk. If I spotted a skunk in
Sure.
my yard, I think I
Okay.
could take care of that.
Okay, you want to know what you don't have the physical ability to get rid of? I was going to wait for this one for my fourth pick, but I'm going number one. I'm putting a whale in your backyard. That's right. A whole whale. Get rid of that. It's a dead, blubbery whale in your backyard. What are you going to do, honey? What?
There's something,
Why is there a whale in my backyard?
and technically, I'm going to hold you to this.
and you guys went big house, little yard.
I'm holding you to this. These are animals you have to release into the yard. So when you put it there, it's alive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That
I got
way-
to get
not for
out
long,
of the way quick.
Not for long.
Not my problem anymore.
But that thing is getting dropped off a crane.
Yeah.
And it is alive for a little while.
Helicoptered in, and yeah, have fun dynamiting your way out of that.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought about that was my I had this list done, and then
That would have gotten to your last pick, but that was funny.
I thought of that at the end. I was like, what would you do? How do you get rid of a whale?
That is something you can't hire. There aren't teams of people
No.
waiting around to help you with that.
You move and you sell your house for $20.
You got to call like the people who do the fire and water damage repair. I feel
Hey.
like they could figure
Oh,
it out.
I want to see that guy come to your door and say, listen, you might not have seen this before.
I got a problem in the backyard.
You ever heard of a blue whale?
Come check this out.
I've seen everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I honestly don't know how you could practically get rid of that whale.
I mean, it's,
One piece at a time.
That's right. You got. That's probably the way.
It would be, but it would start to smell much
Yes.
worse. That's worse than a skunk.
Yeah,
Because that
is-
whale ain't living for long, and then you got a skunk and a whale.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Well, shoot. Both of you have very innovative, thoughtful ideas. My goal when I release these animals into your backyard is I went a few different directions, and one was like, what are the odds that they could get into your house and cause you more damage than just being locked outside?
Interesting.
A burglar. Those people are animals.
So I figured I'm going with
The ultimate predator. Human beings.
All right, what you got?
all right, whale man. So I'm gonna start with Africanized honeybees.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
Okay.
release.
Okay.
I'm gonna chuck. That's an easy drop off too. The whale, you've got to have some.
That's an easy removal.
Well,
Yeah, there's
not the
bee
way.
people.
They're bee people, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm tossing a full on hive over the fence.
Just a straight grenade throw.
I'm doing a grenade hive, and these things are going. Some of them are finding their way inside. Is my point.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I've
I've gone the direction. I'm trying to cause you potentially inconvenience / bodily harm.
Okay.
I've seen My Girl.
Oh,
Too soon?
Oh, no, it's not. It's
Too
funny.
soon. It's been 30 years.
I don't even know the reference.
Oh, the movie, My Girl, where the
You didn't have that devastation as a child?
my
That
goodness.
movie wrecked me.
That
as a
is.
kid.
What are you even talking about?
There's a movie. Is that Macaulay Culkin?
It is.
Macaulay Culkin was in
Or
this
should
movie.
I say it was?
Yeah, was in this movie, My Girl. It was just like drama with these two children
Was
friends.
this a mean thing they did to each other?
No,
No.
it just died.
It's just it's a kid movie.
The kid
and then all of a
died from-
sudden he gets
from
attacked by
bees.
bees and dies.
He got murdered by a swarm of bees and died. It was horrifically devastating at that age
Yes.
for the kid to just get horrifically murdered by bees. So yes,
Somebody wrote that script.
And it was
right
like
up?
it was like a little love story. So you watch these two kids like fall in love, and then
Yeah.
you watch him die.
it was a real devastating movie. You should check it out. Bring your kids, watch it, cuddle up.
The whole family.
I think the true animal is the writer director of that film.
Yes.
Is that your next pick?
No, my next
the
pick.
writer of My Girl.
My next pick is it's gonna be some moose.
Mm.
Oh.
Ornery.
Yeah, they're
They're mean.
they're humongous. How do you get rid of a moose? How do you stop they're gonna potentially go through the glass, go through the windows. They're gonna find their way through some of the header beams.
You got to hope you have an RV gate. That's your only chance. You know what I mean? The big wide gate that you can just
Yep.
open up and
So
hope they run.
Shoo
I'm gonna
'em out.
release some moose into your backyard, which is the plural of moose, right?
I think so.
A whole bunch of moose. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Why have we done that? Why like
You have always wondered you have a lot of whys to the English language.
because it's garbage.
Why?
Like
You
it's
can call them meese if you want.
or just mooses.
I've got a worse
Maybe
one
it's
for you.
mooses.
I've got a worse stupid spelling,
which?
and it's my next pick.
Okay.
Ooh.
Possums.
Oh.
What do they do?
What's wrong with possums?
Isn't possum spelled opossum? Or am I wrong?
Are they different? They might be different animals.
Well, then,
Is there because there's a possum and then there's an opossum?
I think both are appropriate, right?
Wait, but is it the same thing?
is it the same or is it different? Opossum
I don't even know what
versus
they do in my
possum.
back. What are they going to do in my backyard?
They're gonna hang upside down or
Do they
pretend to
dig?
be dead.
Both possum and opossum correctly refer to the Virginia opossum frequently seen in North America. So it's the same. So
Hold on.
opossum can be pronounced with the syllable voiced or silent. So the actual animal is an opossum.
I've always thought it was two different animals.
Nope.
So there was someone just threw an O onto there, and we decided, take or leave that O. We can just call it a possum.
Well, yeah, because you have like hippopotamuses and opotamuses, right?
Yeah, well, I'm taking the
Oh.
opossum. Oh, the opotamus. I'm taking the opossum.
What do they do?
Yeah, what?
Why are you? How are you hurting me with this?
Oh, dude, those things are.
Are
those
they're
things
mean?
are mean. They're vicious. They will
They
play
are?
possum. They'll think that you got them. They'll go through your garbage. They're gonna wreak havoc.
Now Brooks has chimed in with a note. They are filled with disease and have fangs.
they're also
So wait,
filled with diseases.
Are they up in Michigan?
Yeah, I thought they were everywhere
We don't got
in
them.
general. Oh,
I've
okay.
never seen one.
We've gotten rid of those.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard those are the things I've always heard about them.
Really? So
Oh,
they're mean.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
known to carry
With or without the O?
leptospirosis, tuberculosis.
What? They're just
A
on
word
their
out.
backs? They're just carrying it
Spotted
around?
fever.
Osteoporosis.
and other diseases. Pesky creatures pose serious health threats
Okay.
when they invade urban environments.
Ooh, and that would be an invasion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, to be clear, are they there with the whale? Because they might help me with the whale problem. They probably would eat some of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of eating.
All right, so you're releasing now. You're going formally opossum.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, Mike, you've got two picks. What are you doing to us?
All right. Well, I've got the skunk, and I'm gonna continue the what I also will compound smell in your yard, but we'll get some girth in there. I'm gonna put a rhinoceros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
A
it's on my list.
rhinoceros in your backyard. Not only can he destroy things, that dude's just dumping all over
Oh,
your yard.
yeah, I didn't think about dumps.
Oh, there'd be so many dumps.
Okay.
So many gigantic dumps. And then while you're trying to deal with the rhinoceros,
I have thought that the rhinoceros, I'm afraid I was going to put it in your backyard, and I'm like waiting for him to charge, and he just goes to the corner, eats some grass, and takes a dump.
yeah, but that's going to be a gigantic dump.
This is just turning into a draft of how can we leave the most feces in each other's backyards with animals. All right.
And then because we thought about this very differently. I was trying to cause annoyance. And
Yeah, so am I.
I'm going to release a howler monkey into your backyard.
That's great. That's a
because
great one.
Those things are so loud and so obnoxious.
I've never heard of a
I
howler.
think, I think we need to presume
They
that
are
this animal is
just
released into your yard for a little while.
Okay.
They're going to have to be back there.
That's how I thought
Yeah,
about
that's a better way to think about it.
Yeah.
it. And
So the whale, it's there.
pull up
That's
a
fine.
video at the end of the podcast, Jay. They're so
I can
loud.
see a still photo
I
of
would-
how
with the big-
annoying
No, you would
this
stop that. That's a
howler
great
monkey
pick.
is.
You would not be able to sleep at all.
No, the howler monkey ruining your life.
Okay.
All right.
So you have a skunk or some skunks, rhinoceros. Wait, is it rhinoceroses?
It's rhinoceri.
No, it's not.
It's actually rhinoceroses.
That's so stupid.
Wait,
Is that
it's-
like cher?
No. Okay.
So it's we've accepted it's rhinoceroses,
But we can't
but
be mooses.
mooses like whoa.
Maybe
whoa,
it is
whoa.
mooses.
No, is
No,
it?
it's moose.
No, moose is moose.
Plural of moose.
I feel like we've been over this.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
like
moose.
it's like fish,
It's just moose.
Yeah.
Dang it.
fishes. What's wrong with the word fishes?
Or meese or fish.
or at least fishies.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
Swim with
We've
the
gone down
fishes.
that road
All
before.
right.
Okay.
Back to you, Jason.
Back to me. I'm going to take this so that nobody else can because I don't want them in my
That's usually
backyard.
how the draft works.
Yes, but this would be worse than the whale for me.
Oh, okay. This is a
Oh, I was my next pick.
Yes, then hallelujah. I'm taking tarantulas. Get them out of my area. They're going in your yards, not mine. You can't hurt me anymore. Nothing. Give me a moose. I would genuinely. I'm not even joking. This is not a. I would rather if you put 2 moose in my backyard, or you put 2 tarantulas in my backyard. I would so much rather have the moose.
because at least you know where the moose is.
Absolutely.
I think I've really. It's taken years. I mean, 20 of them. But I think I figured out you are more afraid of tarantulas themselves than any other spider.
Oh,
no question.
Without a
Is it the
shred
hair?
of- Ah! Oh my gosh! Stop it!
Apparently it is.
It's the hair. Or
This
is
is
it the
problem
hand
ever
size?
Bringing
The size of a hand?
So, what's your pick, Andy?
Well, I have to close it out now. My last 2 picks, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with rattlesnakes.
Okay.
I'm gonna release a bunch of rattlesnakes into your backyard.
Kill us.
Well, look, it's gonna make moving around your backyard pretty scary.
I'm just never going out there.
Okay.
That is their domain now.
And then I'm gonna go with bats.
Okay.
Because they carry rabies and
Yes.
SARS, and they have sharp teeth. Much like they're the opossum of the sky, they say. And they're gonna find their way into your attic. They're gonna find you. They're loud. Oh my gosh, they're loud.
Did I ever tell you guys I had a bat in my yard once, like in my tree.
Louisville Slugger.
No, but like it's. what is that?
So dumb. So
I
dumb.
liked it.
It was in your tree, huh?
Yeah, we just all of a sudden,
I threw it up there and
no, it
got stuck.
because it looked like
Hell of a swing.
there was a turd. Looked like there was a turd in our tree, and we're like, "What is happening?" And it's a bat.
We've had them up at the cabin,
Right, but I'm talking about
and they're in the attic, and you hear them constantly.
they're in your attic.
Yeah, they create little.
You have bats in your attic?
They move across the country, and they just hang out at our cabin for a little while.
I think you should probably have someone take a look at that.
I'm telling you right now, there are
Seal
people
up
that
your house.
there are people that love bats. There are people that
They eat bugs.
They crusade towards normalizing our view of bats.
Yeah.
And there are people that have been on Shark Tank that sell bat houses so that you can put bats in your yard on purpose
to eat bugs,
to eat
right?
all the bugs.
Yeah.
Mosquito control is that's your rabies count goes up in the house, but the mosquitoes go down. So I'm gonna close it out with bats.
I'll take mosquitoes.
Oh, no way.
Over you
Really?
take rabies over mosquitoes?
They don't all have rabies.
I don't think the bats are going to attack me, so I think I'd
I
take
don't
the
think so
bats
either.
over the mosquitoes, depending on the quantity.
Interesting.
There you go.
Okay, my last pick here. I've got a number of different ways I could go, and I'm trying to think death or annoyance. I think I choose death.
Death by annoyance.
Death by annoyance.
Okay.
I'm going to take a mountain lion
Okay.
because I know up at the cabin there have been mountain lions nearby.
Yeah. and that got you.
It's so terrifying because
Huh.
you don't realize, like,
What does a mountain lion weigh?
thank you, Mike.
I looked it up.
When I thought I knew what a mountain lion was, I was like, oh, I was thinking of like a bobcat. No.
Is a mountain lion a cougar?
A mountain
no,
lion?
A mountain lion's a mountain lion.
Okay.
Yeah, they're giant.
They're not as big as I had this debate with my wife a week ago, where I was trying to contend that because I was like, you're thinking of them as bobcats.
Bobcats are
They're
small.
little.
I mean,
Yeah.
you still don't want to
You're
mess
not
with
worried
a bobcat.
about. I'm not worried about a bobcat.
It would.
But a mountain lion is slightly smaller than like a female lion.
Really?
Probably about 25% smaller.
And those things live here?
They
live
average
here.
150 pounds, get up to 220.
Yeah, and they're like
you do
6.
not want to mess with that.
They can be like 6 to 7 feet.
Oh yeah, they're just killing machines.
It's funny. I'm not afraid of a mountain lion at all. 0%.
You probably should be.
You probably should reevaluate your view of mountain lions.
They're not after us.
They're hungry. You're meat. I mean, end of story.
They're hungry. Your meat. End of story. Okay. I mean, you could have gone with an actual lion.
Well, but the reality, the reason I wanted a mountain lion is because they are actually here. It was like,
Well, it's for the lion. You're doing it for them. You're
Well,
giving them a more habitable.
I mean, I want them to enjoy.
You didn't think about that with the whale, did you?
No, I knew he's dead, so that's fine. We don't need to be near an ocean.
Yeah, but the mountain lion gets rid of the whale.
Now, how much does a lion weigh?
Got to be. That's
Like
where-
a regular lion?
That's why I was curious.
Oh, I should have gone regular
Oh,
lion. That's 420
a male
pounds.
lion is huge.
Oh my goodness!
All right. With my last pick.
Yeah, close it out, Mike. You've been very innovative. You got skunks with smells. You got smells, sounds. The rhino's a problem because of the dumps.
Yes.
And so you got additional smells.
And the howler monkey is going to form a band
Oh no.
because
Oh.
I'm putting cicadas out
Oh really?
in your backyard.
Oh, that's
'Cause
so torture.
Those things are the freaking worst.
So instead of killing us with your animals, you're
Yes.
getting us to kill ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awful.
Mental warfare.
Oh my gosh.
Like we have
Burn
them-
it all.
We have cicadas here in Arizona pretty much every summer, but there's just like a few of them. And like
They're loud.
Right. And so I'm saying we've only experienced when there's like a couple. We haven't experienced when one of the
thousands.
broods show up, and it's just they say it's deafening. It's so loud. These stupid bugs and their dumb life cycle. What are they doing?
Yeah, I mean they're harmless and yet
Not to the
a
trees.
nuisance. Yeah, aren't they?
Oh, do they eat the? I
I
don't
think they kill
Is
trees.
the sound they're like a chainsaw? They're cutting down the tree.
Yeah, that's
That's what if you look real close.
they have tiny little chainsaws.
I like it. All right, that is it.
I want to bring up a couple free agents
All right.
here
Oh,
because roosters to go along with your
Yeah.
the morning wake ups and gophers
Yeah,
just destroying your yard, hard to get rid
that's-
of.
I've had a ground squirrel that I had to spend 2 years trying to catch. Because so you get gophers, that's hard to catch. You've seen videos of people blowing up their yard to try to get rid of
yes.
gophers. I had elephants if I want to compete on the dump levels
Yeah.
with Mike.
I hope that whale gets one dump out before it dies.
Do whales
They
Oh
have
yeah.
to.
Oh yeah. They take big dumps.
They're a mammal, right?
Big dumps.
but do those go those just drop
Usually
to the,
they just
drop to
float.
the bottom, huh?
well, I think
Depends
it comes
on
out
what
like
they
a
ate that
spray
Oh, does it?
because you're in the I mean their
What-
diet
they
mixed
just
with
eat
the ocean.
I
plankton?
mean, we poop into water too. It doesn't always
So not
spray.
Hold on a minute. How deep do you put your?
I mean, it goes into the
How
water.
deep do you dip?
Wait, you don't start submerged? That's why you've never seen my toilet. It's huge. It's a giant bowl.
It's my pooping tub.
It's my pooping tub. Alrighty. Well,
What did we learn today?
I learned that opossum thing.
Yeah, I learned that milk can be on the counter for 2 hours.
There you go.
According to the.
And I learned a lot about finders keepers laws. If you find a leg, it's yours.
If you find a leg, it's yours.
Even if the amputee wants it back.
We should pass that money bill. If it's
yeah.
out on the freeway, it should be free game.
Thank you for tuning in. Tell your friends. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.